Welcome, everybody. It is a great day today because it's Earth Day.
Yay!
And we are here to celebrate the launch of two incredible films on Prime Video Global. We're talking about Kiss the Ground and Common Ground. Now, they're incredible, not just because we directed them, but because they represent a sea change for regeneration.
We are so excited to be here today with you, and we want to express our deepest gratitude to Amazon for bringing this critical concept and the solution to our wellness, water, and climate crisis to their platform. Thanks to them, people all around the world can connect with this movement and help drive planetary regeneration. On behalf of the entire regenerative movement, we want to thank Amazon for not only bringing Kiss the Ground to the world, but also Common Ground, and our third film in the making, Groundswell, which is due out next year.
We have an incredible lineup of guests today, and we're going to be moving very fast and covering a lot of topics.
Let's get started.
Now we want to welcome a very special guest without whom much of this work on regeneration would not be possible. Welcome to the one, the only rancher, farmer, conservationalist, and humanitarian, Gabe Brown. Great to see you, Gabe. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Gabe. So you were in both Kiss the Ground and Common Ground and considered by so many, and certainly by me, as one of the key leaders in the regenerative agriculture movement. Can you share with us what it means when you say common ground for common good? Because I love it when you say that, and I would love to share that with our audience.
What Kiss the Ground and Common Ground really show us is that regenerative agriculture can be common ground for common good. Regenerative agriculture can be part of the solution. You see, I don't care whether your interest lies in climate change and we want to take carbon out of the atmosphere and put it back into the soil cycle. Does your interest lie in water quantity or quality? Does your interest lie in clean air? How about revitalizing our rural communities? How about increasing farm and ranch profitability? Or all of our interests should be in human health and the nutrient density of the food that's being produced. You see, if we focus on regenerative agriculture, as is described in Kiss the Ground and Common Ground, we truly can find common ground for common good.
I know so many people have reached out to you, and even the King of England has reached out to you because he watched you in Kiss the Ground and said it was his favorite film. When people talk to you, what do you tell them the top reasons are that they should watch Kiss the Ground and Common Ground?
Number one, awareness. It's important for everyone to be aware of just how important it is for us to encourage regenerative agriculture. Also, we need a better understanding. You know, we do not know what we do not know. We need to understand why it's important for us to make wise choices when we purchase goods that are derived from the soil. And my third reason for watching would be that of hope. Kiss the Ground and Common Ground truly show us another way, a better way of doing things. They inspire us and give us hope.
Thank you so much. Everyone, and I mean everyone in this movement, owes you a huge debt of gratitude. You have touched so many people's lives. You've spread health, well-being, soil, and joy. And personally, we owe you a great debt of gratitude as well.
We love you, Gabe. Thank you.
Next up, we have the incredible Sadhguru, who, along with Save Soil, has propelled the message of regeneration to more people than just about any other human being on Earth. Welcome, Sadhguru. Great to see you. Now, you've led this Save Soil movement that has literally impacted billions of human beings. Why is this message so important to you, and why the commitment to regenerating and restoring our soils?
Well, largely the world is democratic. In a democracy, one thing we need to understand is ultimately it's the people's will. which will make the difference. For those aspects which really matter to our lives and every other life on the planet, people have not spoken. So Save Soil was an effort to ensure that people of the world speak and let the political powers that be to know that this is what they want. If 60% of the adult population wants something, every government on the planet is bound to act. That's exactly what we try to do with Save Soil, managed to move nearly 4 billion people in 100 days, and definitely that is bringing about many policy changes, because the change of policy is the most vital thing. I do something very nice on my piece of land and you do something very wonderful on your piece of land is not good enough, because somebody else can come tomorrow and reverse it. So a policy, a long-term policy which will protect the soil forever for future generations of humans and every other life.
What's the one thing that everyone can do to help this movement?
Talk, baby, talk. That's the thing you need to do. You have so many tools in your hands today in the form of social media, and we are connected by internet. This is for the first time in history of humanity that you can sit in one place and talk to the entire world. When you have these tools, if we do not make the necessary action possible on this planet, it shows that we don't care. So I beseech everyone that you need to talk as much as possible, every day, at least 5 minutes a day, all concerned human beings on the planet, say something about soil. The facts are all over the place. You can go to Save Soil website or to Kiss the Ground website, or you can go to FAO website where there is a heap of facts. You pick one of them and talk about it in your context, in the way that people understand the scientific facts in a simple manner, and see that the world is ignited with the necessary awareness that naturally the governments will make the needed policy soon enough. I'm sure these policies will happen. The question is only, will we act before it's too late? Will we turn it around before it's in a disastrous proportion? We are very close to that point. Time to act right now.
Thank you so much, Sadhguru. You are truly an inspiration, and we are so thrilled to have you in our third film, Groundswell.
Next up, I have to give a warm welcome to my brother from Louisiana, who I went to high school with. Can you believe it? Same high school, Mandeville High School. Ian Summerholder, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being on this journey. Thank you for shooting some of the very first frames of footage at your own peril and risk for Kiss the Ground. You are an amazing human being. I am honored to be here with you, as I know is Rebecca. Welcome.
We did it. We're here. Yes! I cannot believe that we're here. Thank you both for bringing this together with our amazing team.
Yeah, and you actually learned about this before we even did. You went and filmed with Alan Savory in Africa back in 2011, and I think we started in 2013, 2014. So you knew about this, and you were right in the pulse of what it is that we need to do to regenerate the planet. So as an activist, what is it about this message that made you so passionate? And why does it matter so much that it's good for farmers, agricultural communities, and the economy?
Once we saw that Alan Savory had taken Kalahari desertified land and turned it back into this biodiverse, basically utopia, this Eden of these 8-foot grasslands, and revitalizing all these dried up springs and rivers and streams, I knew the world needed to see this, because this is where the world needed to go. And so this was unknowingly, we were shooting the initial footage of Kiss the Ground. This was 14 years ago. And now, look at where we are. I mean, it makes me want to cry. Look at this. I'm like getting teary thinking about this. But here we are. And that's how this happened. So thank you all for joining this watch party. Thank you for being here with us. Share this experience. We love you. We thank you. Here we go.
Ian, tell us your top reasons to watch Kiss the Ground and Common Ground.
my top reasons to watch Kiss the Ground and Common Ground. Number one, this is a surefire way to get us out of our climate crisis, to build robust economies, and bring a bright, healthy future for future generations. Number two, this will instill hope in you, a hope that we so very need, but not just hope, hope with action attached to it, so you know things are happening. And number three, it is our duty to give ourselves a chance and to give our future generations a chance to live a bright, healthy, happy future.
Thank you so much, Ian. Like we said, as an executive producer and a major collaborator and promoter of regenerative ag, we are beyond grateful for you. We love you.
Next up, we have Finian Makepeace. Finian is co-founder of the Kiss the Ground nonprofit, which inspired the Kiss the Ground movie that inspired the Common Ground movie. Now, Kiss the Ground is a nonprofit that specializes in storytelling, education, and partnership building. It is one of the cornerstones of the regeneration movement. Finian, welcome.
Great to see you both.
Okay, Finn, what are the top 3 reasons to watch the film?
Top reasons to watch Kiss the Ground and Common Ground on Amazon. Number 1, this idea, regeneration, gives hope, inspiration, a new view. A lot of us are stuck in the mentality of sustain our way out of it, but our systems are already collapsed and broken. When you understand the fundamentals of regeneration and start to see the world that way, it profoundly changes how you see yourself being a contribution to the solution. Next, I would say this film gives you practical ways of understanding where and how this can impact everyone, from farm communities to consumers, for human health, for water. It really gives you all the ways that regeneration and soil health do change everything when we focus on that. So if we want the birds and bees back, if we want the rivers flowing clear again, this gives you a practical way to see that and yourself in it. Lastly, I would say that these films are fundamental to getting yourself into this movement. This movement is for everyone. It welcomes everyone. And like we say in Kiss the Ground, there are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. This film is an access point for you to find your way to contribute, your way into this movement. So it's a great starting point for the regenerative ag movement.
Finian, what's the Kiss the Ground nonprofit up to now, and how can people deepen their education around this issue, specifically with that course that could be offered on the back of these films?
Yeah, really excited to share about that. Kiss the Ground has been around now for 13 years, and it's been an incredible journey. We really started with this mission, awakening people to the possibilities of regeneration. That's still our mission, and these films are such a big part of that. But our programming is kind of in 2 big buckets. One is storytelling, which is media creation, and the other is education. We also work inside of partnerships and work directly with farmers. But the education and storytelling means that we're constantly putting out daily content to give people the concepts of regenerative ag and diversify that short form, very short form, long form, all these different ways to get the message out. And then on education, for the past many years, we really saw that this movement is only as strong as how many prolific and educated and knowing advocates that we have out there championing this with us. So we launched a course first called Soil Advocate Training, trained about 5,000 people from 30 different countries to be profound advocates. And now we have made a shorter course, only 90 minutes, that really makes this accessible for everyone to be able to get themselves educated. So once people have watched the films, this is an incredibly important next step. You can get super inspired and understand the fundamentals, but this course allows you to get a really good grasp on why this is a solution for human health, water, climate, and walk away from it feeling more confident in your ability to start contributing to the movement. So one thing I wanted to share here is on May 19th and 21st, we're going to be having an education and action session, a live session longer session, a couple hours each day, where people are going to be able to come on and hear from some of the experts, answer some of their questions, but most importantly, engage with the community so that they can get to connected to this movement on a more specific way. So we're really looking forward to that. Check out Regenerative Agriculture Essentials. Get your team connected to that. This is a way for whole teams to really find their way into the movement and get educated. So we're really looking forward to so many people who are excited about this, really stepping onto the court and getting educated so that they can be a bigger contribution. So check out kisstheground.com. We, of course, have a lot of the content there for people to share and ways for people to get involved. And yeah, just so grateful that we're working now at such a broad level with Amazon behind these films. So thank you all. And thank you, Josh and Rebecca, for contributing to this. And we're so grateful.
Finian, it's amazing to be at this moment. I remember when you first told me about soil sequestration, and then here we are now. And it has been so exciting to be in this movement with you and to get to witness the impact that this storytelling has had on acreage transitioning into regeneration. We are so grateful to you. We love you. Thank you. We are so excited to introduce you to our next guest. You probably have already heard of him or know of him. He is not just a 15 times bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list, but he's also a leading voice in the functional medicine world, as well as the food as medicine space. And he's been in both Kiss the Ground and Common Ground and is a huge contributor to the regenerative movement. I'm so excited to introduce you to Dr. Mark Hyman. Welcome, Mark.
Mark, please share with us why you see healthy soil through regenerative agriculture as such a key solution to our wellness crisis, especially in America.
Now, I read a book when I was about 20 called The Soil and Health. And it was sort of a weird thing to think about, how is the soil connected to our health? But it actually is fundamental to our health, because health begins on the farm. It begins with the way in which our soil is treated. And if our soil is healthy and is alive and full of organic matter, then the plants are healthy. And then we're healthy, because the soil organic matter helps to bring the nutrients out of the soil into the plant and increases the phytochemical richness. And so if we don't think about our health from the field to the fork, we're going to miss an extraordinary opportunity to actually up-level our health across America. And right now, most of the foods are grown in a way that destroy the soil, that are nutrient poor, that cause massive deficiencies in our population, and that can be fixed by addressing the health of the soil. So I'm all for healthy soil and understanding the connection between the soil health and our health. They're intimately connected.
Mark, will you share with us what you tell people the top reasons are to watch Kiss the Ground and Common Ground?
You know, I was privileged to be part of the films Kiss the Ground and Common Ground about regenerative agriculture and how we restore the health of soils and restore the health of the planet and restore our health. And so I'm very excited for both of these, because they help you understand at a deep level how this works, how it's possible, how it's scalable, how it can actually change the trajectory of how we think about our health as a population and the health of our soil and how it's connected to human health. So you got to watch these movies.
Dr. Hyman, thank you so much for bringing this message to the world, especially through the lens of health and wellness, because I think that's where most people intersect with regenerative agriculture and food.
Next, we are so excited to welcome Kelly Ryerson, also known as Glyphosate Girl, who has been working on the front lines to ensure that our food is not just healthy, but safe from toxins so that our children and future generations are healthy and safe. Kelly, we are so excited to be with you right now. Thank you. Can you please answer for us, why is it so important that we all work to educate the consumer about what our agricultural system is currently allowing in our food?
There has never been a more critical time to pay attention to what you're eating and how that food that you're eating was produced on the farm. In the United States, 6 in 10 adults have a chronic disease. 4 in 10 have 2 or more chronic diseases, and over 50% of our kids are struggling with chronic illness. This chronic illness is so closely tied to the food that we're eating and the farming practices that were used on the farm to create that food. So when you are at the grocery store and you're trying to pick what to buy, on the side of a packaged good, you can see what chemicals are there and what were added in food processing. What you don't see is what toxic pesticides might be used on the farm well before that food ever gets into that packaged product. You also don't know what the nutrient content is in fruits and vegetables. You are hoping you're making the right choice by buying these things, this lettuce, the carrots, the apples, Oftentimes today, the nutrients are stripped from these foods because of the farming practices. When you grow regeneratively, you get all those phytonutrients, the vitamins and the minerals back into the food, and that is what allows your body to heal and heal from the chronic illness and gives it the biological tools to feel better. Behind all of these things, the decrease in pesticide use and the increase in nutrient density is regenerative farming and taking care of the soil. The soil determines how healthy we are by virtue of the crops that are grown. So it's time for consumers to pay attention to that if they want to be able to heal.
Can you share with us the top 3 reasons that you tell people to watch these films?
3 reasons why you should watch this film. First, you're going to learn all about glyphosate, which is the active ingredient in the weed killer Roundup. And it's the most used pesticide of all time, and it's highly controversial. So that's discussed. Second, if you're feeling a little pessimistic about the future of our planet or our country or your community, this is going to give you some hope because it provides an exit route that is going to deliver us all health and prosperity. Third, there is the cutest beaver in this film, and it's a scene towards the end of the film, and it's always a huge crowd pleaser, and I know you'll love it too.
Thanks so much, Kelly. It's been great getting to know you and your entire family through this process. Thank you for your fearless push to help our health and the health of our children. Leah Penman, thank you for being here. Welcome. We are so grateful for your presence both here and in the film. Your book, along with your sister Naima, Farming While Black, has just been revelatory for so many people. And the movie, Farming While Black, is also amazing. Thank you for joining us today.
Leah, what's a message from the film that you hope people will take away with them?
The message that I hope people take from the film is that it's not too late for the climate. In just 12 years of regenerative farming at Soulfire Farm, we've built over a foot of topsoil, increased the diversity of the soil microbiome, and tripled the levels of organic matter. In the process, that means capturing tens of thousands of pounds of carbon into the soil. If we can do it in these rugged mountains, then others can do it as well.
While we're all looking to the future with the hope of regeneration, why is it critical to look at our past?
Regenerative agriculture has deep roots in Indigenous and Afro-Indigenous wisdom. It's crucial to not only replicate these soil-loving practices, but also to work in solidarity with Indigenous and Black communities through land back, farm worker rights campaigns, and standing up for Black farmers struggling to hold on to land. Our work as farmers is to return the carbon and the life back into the soil. And our work as beloved community is to stand by the people who have cared for this soil for millennia.
You've been doing this a while with your family, and your incredible farming operation there has made a huge difference for your community. What gives you hope about this movement toward regeneration?
The regenerative movement gives me hope because it's led by the grassroots, the land workers, the folks whose skin is stained with soil. It's a solution that's in our hands and does not rely on corporate powers or politicians to implement. We can build on the wisdom of our ancestors to heal the soil and the planet starting today.
Can you fill in the rest of this sentence? I kiss the ground for...
I kiss the ground for my ancestors who had the audacious courage to braid seeds and promise into their hair during the transatlantic slave trade. If they held on to hope and love of the earth in those unimaginable conditions, then we can do the same. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your work, Leah. You inspire us and you encourage all of us to take part in this larger mission. It is incredible the work you do. Thank you so much. Next, we are so excited to have Amy Smart joining us. She's someone that's a personal friend, someone that we've worked with for many years, and we are so excited that she joined us for this journey with Kiss the Ground and all of the activism work that she does with her huge reach.
Thanks for joining us. Great to see you.
And our first question is, what's one action that the films have inspired you to take that you think that others might be able to take as well?
So this film was so inspiring because it gives you hope into the future and soil. And I live in northern Michigan, where it's a big agricultural region. And so for me, I was really inspired to start the conversations with the local farmers here about regenerative farming practices So we gathered and we started having these conversations and learning about which practices can be implemented with different types of crops that we have locally. But I love that, going to the source, to the farmers that are, maintaining all this land up here. It's been really amazing to sort of see the conversation developing and growing. And so I think supporting our local farmers is a big deal.
Amy, top reason to watch the film?
My reasons to watch the film would be, one, it's so entertaining. Josh, Rebecca, you guys do the most incredible job telling these stories. I love seeing before and afters. You really see the journey that these farmers have gone on, where they started and where they are going now. And it's so inspiring. It's educational. It's so mind-opening to how our ecosystem works and the soil, and how we've come from a place of the natural world just existing sort of in a perfect way, and getting back to encouraging the natural system to work in that way again. And also, I would say this is inspiring. It puts fire under your butt to go out and do something in this world, and we all need inspiration. It's so easy to fall sort of comfortable in your space, your life, but we all do need to get out of our comfort zone and do something and be active. So this is an inspiring film that I encourage everyone to see.
Thank you, Amy. Please give a huge hug to Carter for us. You are an amazing human being. Thank you so much. Next up, we want to welcome the incredible person that many of you know, and you don't even know him. You've heard his music. You've heard the wonderful, beautiful messages that he shares with our species, humanity. And, in case you didn't know which species we are, and the other thing about Jason is, hello, Dancing with the Stars. I mean, this guy is so multi-talented and such a beautiful human being. Jason Mraz, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
What's one thing you hope people will be inspired to do after they watch the films?
Well, I hope people share the film. I hope they talk about it, because building a language around the resiliency and regeneration that is required for us to thrive, sharing is going to help the entire movement. It always does.
One of my favorite questions, Jason, top 3 reasons to watch these films?
3 reasons to watch the films. Number 1, get caught up on the breakthroughs and the technological evidence even that these practices can work and can participate in the mitigation of climate change. Number 2, give yourself a dopamine rush that, it's so easy to become despondent and helpless in the face of this task. But you watch a movie like Kiss the Ground or Common Ground and give yourself the tingles that, oh my gosh, this is doable, this is achievable. Feel good knowing that there are humans out there doing this work through watching the film. Number 3 reasons to watch the film, get inspired. Get inspired to then join a movement within your own community or start a program in your own community.
Thank you, Jason. We are so grateful to you and so excited to be on this journey with you. Thank you for your incredible contribution to this work and to this movement, and for your beautiful gift that you give the world. Up next, we have someone that's near and dear to my heart, especially coming from a legacy farming family in the Midwest myself. I am so excited to introduce you to Rick Clark. Welcome, Rick.
Rick, one of the things that surprised me when I got to know you, everybody said, you've got to go see Rick Clark. You got to meet Rick and Carol. And I was like, oh, really? But then when I came to your farm and I saw what you were doing and you showed me your process, I really realized what a student I am, what an acolyte. Like, you've gone so far and you've taken regenerative, organic to the next level. So it's amazing. It's amazing what you've done. What does it mean to have more and more farmers believing in this message and taking the next steps to transition? like you have.
I am thrilled beyond belief at how fast and how quickly this grassroots regenerative movement is spreading across not only the United States, but the world. I am absolutely honored to be part of that and to be looked upon as a leader in this space. We have been teaching for many, many years, and it is such a blessing to see what seeds that you've sown many years ago and how they have bloomed and blossomed into what they're turning into today. I am absolutely honored to be part of this movement, and I could not be more happy than I am now. I love it.
In the film, you discuss how much you can save when farming this way. Why is it so important for our farmers today to focus less on just yield and more on their savings and on land health?
It is unfortunate, but a farmer's success is measured by yield. And there are so many other ways that we can measure success. Are you building soil health? Are you being a good steward to the land? Are you conservation minded? All of these things can be way greater measures of success than yield. It is time that the farmer starts to realize that this is a business that they're running, and all businesses need to run on profitability. So we need to start looking at your return on investment, your profit per acre, whatever you want to call this. We need to start looking at how can we become more profitable and have greater livelihoods on our own farming and within our farming communities.
We are so grateful for you and for your beautiful wife, Carol, and for all you've done to bring these regenerative ideas out to the world. Thank you so much for joining us. We want to take a moment to thank each of our incredible guests and to everyone that worked on Kiss the Ground and Common Ground over the past decade. Truly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. You all deserve red capes, just like Gabe Brown.
Thank you also to our impact partner, Kiss the Ground, and to Amazon Prime Video for bringing these important films out to the world.
And finally, we want to thank you, our viewers, and the movement, because without you, this would not be possible. And we wanted to share with you some of the things that you can do right now.
Well, first of all, watch both of the films, Kiss the Ground and Common Ground, and invite your friends. Make it a watch party.
And we have tons of resources available for you at commongroundfilm.org. So this is a great moment to log in to commongroundfilm.org and check out the vast information and tools that we have for you, no matter what it is that you do or where you are.
And don't forget to share this on social media, Common Ground Film. Let's get millions, billions of people involved in this conversation online.
And also visit our impact partner at kisstheground.com to sign up for their 90-minute on-demand regenerative agriculture essentials. It's a perfect follow-up to the films.
And the number one thing you can do, spread the word. Tell everyone in your life about regeneration, regenerative agriculture, Common Ground, and Kiss the Ground. Together, we can get this message out to 1 billion people. We can change and fix our broken food system, and we can balance the climate.
Thank you from all of us here at Big Picture Ranch, our entire team, even the tiny little microbes. Now, let's all get busy and go regenerate.